That's how they see us, thinking we nuts. Cause we'll die for the ground beneath us. Because this land made us. This land made of players that stay on paper. That's how we came up amongst the mayhem to the day when we display what we made of. The game can never change us. The West Side teaches. On these streets where you find that D before G. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted. Let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Smell the grind in the air. Take a whiff. Only the nose knows the aroma. Compose the money rolls that fold up, holding cold cups. Searching for those that got the purple O's for the $4. And we can go nuts and stay at the stove like grocers. And post up with O's on the table like coasters. That's how the game coached us, made us. All in the soldiers, now that dough is the focus. So know that we own this. Molded by the hood role models. Riding good, the latest model. Drinking good, raising bottles like we just missed a pothole. You got to know that it's impossible to stop our flow. We've seen it all from watching cops reload 30s a dro while drinking the night away until the block got slow. You'll know as soon as you see us, we the ones laid back in the cut. My demeanor seems to always get me up. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted. Let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Yeah, home of the survivor, survival of the fittest in the town. It's wicked, you can J down. In a minute, what am? What's the business? The biz is how you down and get it. From Cape Town, the fifth city that sounds a fifth empty. When we tipsy, it's risky. Where the lick be, at least 10 deep. It tempts me, but there's no mystery. Where the chips be, the tips G. Just our history from the 60s. Pimpin' ain't easy, but we bleed it. This here game is in our veins, in the air we breathe in. Believe this, it's no game, but the key is your mouthpiece, spit your game. But believe, turn nothing into something. We suffer without supper long enough. Struggling from summer to summer, the same place where the dope is sold. It's home to the Oprah show, the same place I know is home. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted. Let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into
notice. The Entourage DJs are taking over the game. The Midwest invasion is here, and the true Midwest mixtape king is giving it to you. It's DJ G-Spot banging your mixtapes right now.
You are now listening to the mixtape. DJ G-Spot and Mick Lou, Chi-Town's finest. It's definitely representing Southside, Westside, stand up.
Yeah. They honor my persona, see my coat of arms, cloaked in armor, live and die by the code of honor. The honorable, known as Mick the Conqueror. My mantra is that of a monster. My vengeance is endless until you extinct like a condor. What you think I was armed for? I'm knocking at harm's door. Molded by the force, call me the Black Mamba. I'm putting up numbers like Kobe in the garden. My thoughts is thoughtless as I talk shit, and there's nothing as heartless as my heart lies deeper than the darkness that dwells where the sharks live. You sleeping with the fishies, but surfing with the marlins. On the surface, I'll unleash the carnage till you surf, till you starving, searching for a market. I'm the pit boss, tally up your losses. Your fate is sealed way before the card flips. You marks ain't shit. Topic of discussion, they ain't talking about nothing. Keep their noses in the sump, y'all ain't talking about shit. I hear them wolfing in the whispers, snakes in the grass. We ain't thinking about your ass, y'all ain't talking about shit. Fucking lying, I ain't buying, ain't nobody even trying to hear that dumb shit you kickin'. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Find yourself some business, get yourself a life and shit that'll motherfucker. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Unlike the players, y'all engage in betrayal. So brave, do anything for the day they can slay you. So devious, even if you can't even see the hate. I don't need to plead argue my case till you fleas, I seize the day. Feast off your mistakes from the cleanest of plates. Palate of a pharaoh, it's all seasoned to taste. A vision of perfection, at least 3 in my face. Fanning me with feathers, tease me with grace. I can't conceive defeat, nor will I concede the race to these conceited lames that can't believe my pace. So intrigued by my intrigue and display that intrigues the brain, there's nothing left to say. Hands down, I lure them to attack like cash is the allure of a champion with my banner in the rafters. Topic of discussion, they ain't talking about nothing, keep their noses in the sun. Y'all ain't talking about shit. I hear them wolfing in the whispers, snakes in the grass, we ain't thinking about your ass. Y'all ain't talking about shit.
Asiatic black man, maker, owner, cream refinery, father of civilization, and god of the universe. Not the planet, of the universe. And then they said, nothing is spooky? Now that's spooky.
Yeah, check it, look, so I faded dark, play at the start, play my part better than a good kid, play at the park, stay away from the knock, unmarked and undercovers, cops, police, whoever after the brothers, uplift black mothers, encourage the dance to stay, what you wanna do tomorrow starts from the day, before you get paid, how much you gotta pay, long with dues, get it right, don't be confused, keep cool, 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 cool. Cool is something you need to keep the heat is real, but don't be hot in the streets. Streets is watching, police popping everybody off, cause the rats speaking and talking. Too often it happens like black on black crime. Another brother killed with time like flat last. Too many women giving brain, now they lack mass. Too many artists in the game with rap raps. So these no tracks, nigga, dope raps. Ayy, play this, get some all that. Yeah, play this, get some all that. Go, play this, get some all that. It's just hip hop, black facts. Play this, get some all that. Yeah, play this, get some all that. Okay, play this. Check it, look, the guy conscious, open the ass in the morning. Open mouths get fed to when he no yawning. On a Blackberry storming, cautious as a warning. Bullets leave you wet when it's raining, it's pouring. Hope you ain't snoring, sleep in peace. Food for thought, don't get fed to the belly of the beast. Don't be the feast, infected like yeast. Snitches' tongues get cut out, just saying the least. However, I speak my pieces if I talk with a gun. Hotter than the devil when he walk in the sun. Go get it, get the money if he walk in the run. Don't matter long as outcome, run income, get it done. What need to be done, go do it, nigga. Explore all options, be a tourist. Learn about self, better than the Buddhist. This a hit this, get addicted to it, bitch. No tracks, dope raps. Play this, get some all that. Yeah, play this, get some all that. Play this, get some all that. It's just hip hop, black facts. Play this, get some all that. Play this, get some all that. Go, play this, get some all that. Dope tracks, dope raps. Play this, get some all that. I say, play this, get some all that. You need to play this, get some all that. It's just hip hop, black facts. Play this, get some all that. Nigga, play this, get some all that. Bitch, play this, get some all that. Yeah. TAC. The high end conscious. You was cool. True Hill Crusaders. Let's go.
Life is a stage, basically. I was raised in these mazes, named the streets for players of reputations. Faithfully make G's with more cake pastries than bakeries. Deal with equations ranging from A to Z. Touch more bricks than masons, serving like maitre d's. Pitching like we in the major leagues. Occasionally blazing bees, seeking seeking that painful peace amongst a parade of fiends afraid to sleep. Dazed and deranged, losing days of Z's. That's why my old girl prayed for me every day, cause I'm faded like tapers at the table, G. I can't take it, I can't wait to escape and leave, cause this basement is no place to stay for me. But I believe I'm the creator, I create the scenes that can't be seen just by the way I think and breathe. There's a time and a place in this game of life when you gotta decide your fate or pay the price. Let the voice inside you guide you. My main advice is never change your life, just change your life. There comes a time and a place in this game of life when you gotta decide your fate or pay the price. Let the voice inside you guide you. My main advice is never change your life, just change your life. In high school, she was average, mostly C's and D's. Same shit, now she high too, mostly off C and D. Now I have my loot clothes, CDs and DVDs. Easily these things could leave, cause she a sneaky thief, trust me. Always fussing, starting shit, I hear her. Arguments with the mirror regarding her appearance, her health declines thusly. First her mind, then abruptly she finds herself mumbling all the time to herself, trying to find herself by dealers that sell. Insecure, still in a shell, killing herself. And as long as she been blowing, it never seems to soak in. When she has convulsion, shivering like she cold, and my cousins ask me where they moms be. I'ma tell her my auntie on the concrete, walking dead like zombies. There's a time and a place in this game of life when you gotta decide your fate or pay the price. Let the voice inside you guide you. My main advice is never change your life, just change your life. There comes a time and a place in this game of life when you gotta decide your fate or pay the price. Let the voice inside you guide you. My main advice is never change your life, just change your life. I've been debating on rearranging my life. I'm at a different stage of the game in my life. This is why I listen when I'm praying at night for answers to the questions that I'm stressing to fight. Lord knows the fortune is a goal, but I'm not forcing my soul to be sold between the forks in the road in order to blow. What can I leave beside my corpse when I'm gone? And my CDs with assortments of songs. The course I chose to school me was these cruel streets, and it used to fool me till I learned how to do me. Take a look, see at how the hood eat, misunderstood by crooks, thieves, good green and cooks. See, I'm gonna tell you how it should be. The great leaders empower the people so they can see through the powers that be. But instead they carry on like cowards to me, abuse their power to speak while these streets devour the weak. I was told that the soul creates and the mind reacts. I chose my fate, ain't no rewinding me back. Every day's a gift from God, that's why it's called a present. If you believe, you receive and see all the blessings. There's a time and a place in this game of life when you gotta decide your fate or pay the price. Let the voice inside you guide you. My main advice is never change your life, just change your life. There comes a time and a place in this game of life when you gotta decide your fate or pay the price. Let the voice inside you guide you. My main advice is never change your life, just change your life.
Monkey, keep it funky, aight? Monkey, keep it funky, aight?
We all remember our life before COVID-19. The parades, the lakefront barbecues, taste of Chicago, the happy hours, and most importantly, loving those unforgettable moments with our friends and families. Getting Chicago vaccinated is what will make the activities we miss safe for everyone. So let's get back to it, Chicago. Let's come together to end this pandemic. Find your vaccine at chi.gov/COVIDvax.
Dang Lillard, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
WIIFTBPM. Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio, you're listening to The Bigs with Eugene McIntosh and Terrence Tomlin.
Let's begin now.
Happy Friday, everybody. You are officially back down on the soil, kicking it with the Bigs. We are live from the West End for the Black People Media Studios. I'm your man T-Time, coming to you as usual with my brother, Eugene McIntosh. What's good?
What's the Benoski?
Was good, Ron, the producer, honed it down on the other side of the
what's
window.
the word, my boys?
Ron Rilla.
Ron, I see y'all in summer attire. Y'all got me ready to get the hell up out of here.
See, I'm wondering what you got the hoodie on for.
Man, it was a snatch and go this morning. I can't front it. It was one of those mornings where I was enjoying my morning routine, and I was like, you know what? I got a show to do.
I gotta go.
So I'm feeling really good though. Got roll here with all the windows down, the wind blowing through my hair. I'm feeling good. Don't even worry about me. Plus, I did grab the lightest hoodie I could possibly find, so I'm breezy today. What's good, Gino? How you feeling, man?
Man, you already know, brother. I was on my way to the joint.
Yes.
Once I get to like 39th, I see the multitude in full form out there in front of the Rothschilds. It's cracking, man. So you wasn't the only one though. I saw cats out there with jackets and hoodies, and it's Chicago, man.
Yeah.
So you never know. About 3 o'clock, it say 82.
And it was cool a few days ago. You still gotta ease your way into it.
I agree 100%.
Tomorrow though is busting. I'm busting. I may be out here in the white.
Gonna be 85 tomorrow.
Yeah, Gino, you seen me in the back yesterday, I was
Big
out
chilling.
here enjoying the Cubs game and outside with the elements yesterday. Gino, man, you're fresh off of 4 at Wrigley. I definitely want to know how it went over there. The White Sox had a day off. Thankfully, I feel like
much needed.
It was much needed yesterday, Gino. I was very happy.
Put that fire out.
Thankfully. But honestly, the last time we saw the guys, they were getting ready to go to New York. They're facing the Yankees tonight.
So they're in New York.
They're in
New
New
York.
York.
Both teams are on the road.
Yeah, both teams are on the road. They had an off day in New York yesterday, so all the guys, were around the Big Apple yesterday. But did you see they traveled? It was one of those themed travel days where it was like dressed like Yoan.
I was listening to I think I was listening to Lawrence yesterday, and that's what they was talking about.
Yeah, all the guys were swagged out under the Yoan Moncada act, so it was suits with shorts and colorful colors and all of that kind of wild, crazy stuff. So for everything that happened last week, I feel like it ended on a positive note. We're going to take a look at that Yankee series a little bit later today. But Gino finally got some play-in survivors.
But, hey, man, before we get into the play-in situation, though, man, the Kwame Brown Tour has made its stop at Chris Broussard Arena.
Oh, bruh. Because I took a dive into the Jamel Hill part of it, and she was going back and forth. I saw him take a jab at Charlemagne in the Breakfast Club yesterday.
Yeah. So you got some catching up to do.
I didn't see the Chris Broussard. I'm like, that's a new name.
That's the latest.
What?
Oh, no, yeah. So Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee, that was Wednesday. When we left the show, that was Wednesday.
I saw it as soon as I got to the crib.
So you caught up on the Jamel Hill. So did you?
I did catch up on the Jamel Hill, and they still coming at her over the Kwame Brown action. Like, she responded to somebody tweeting about it at like 1 a.m. yesterday, bro.
So what was that about?
She was still telling folks that I did not call Kwame Brown violent. It was a pop culture reference that went over his head. You know what I mean? And so, whoever the Kwame Brown soldiers are now,
we all Kwame.
Out in full face.
We all Kwame Brown soldiers right now. I'm riding with him, bro. I'm telling you.
When I saw what he said about the Breakfast Club, I was like, okay, I know what this is.
Yeah.
This is just stop playing with this man time, Joe.
But it's funny because he's not the first one to say this about the Breakfast Club.
And he was on point, Joe. He like, you gonna talk about, you trying to describe me by talking about family members that I don't know, saying my dad's actions define me.
That don't have nothing to do with me.
And he was like, you see how they played? I'm like, exactly. That is how they play it. That is how they play it.
Well, Mary over there with the Superwoman. You got the Superwoman going, man?
She look like she heading to the taste.
On
I'm
the
like,
real, Joe. Damn.
But yeah, Gino, please bring me up to speed on how Chris Broussard got caught in crossfire.
All I saw was the Cushman sent it to me this morning. He was like, man, I said, hey, Kwame Brown is on a tirade right now and letting any and everybody have it. You speak his name, not in the vein that he wants it spoken in, you next up on the Summer Jam screen. So this morning I tapped in. So I just subscribed to his YouTube page. So now I get all the alerts.
And side note, I did see what Matt Barnes said back to him.
In his car?
Yeah.
And see, so we can, so it's like now Matt Barnes now, It's funny because like Kwame said, you know how him and Steven and again, we don't know these guys. I'm not about to bash no brothers. It's enough of that going on outside of us.
They know each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's between them. They said it started with basketball, but it's personal. Like Kwame said, hey man, this has been going on my entire career. I've been sitting here for 20 years and they said a word. Y'all want to call me bust and do all of that, but I put my mama on the golf course when I was 18. So whatever y'all call a bus, cool, but I'm chilling. I got my own land. I'm back here smelling the grass, smelling the woods, listening to the birds chirp. I'm on my own tractor, cutting my own grass, acres of land, this and that. So I felt him on that. But as far as Matt Barnes and Jack are concerned, and let's not get it twisted, I'm not on either side. Like, I'm not choosing sides. But the way Jack and Matt Barnes are perceived, and I don't want to use the word thug because thug has taken on a different meaning depending on where it comes from.
I wouldn't necessarily use
just tough guys.
Yeah, tough guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Enforcers. As far as the NBA was concerned.
They ain't going.
They're not going.
Uh-huh.
But outside of that, you know, those are guys. We all know about Matt Barnes' situation with Derek Fisher, and we know about Jack, you know, with the strip club, and then we know about him blood and the cripping. And you know, the Ron Artest situation, and just him as a, you know, who he is as a whole. Then later on, you know, Big Floyd, R.I.P. George Floyd, but then we found out like they were real close.
Exactly.
And now Jack has converted to Islam.
I saw that.
Cool. That's good. I'm glad to see him, you know, trying to push forward and you know, have a different light.
Like you say, you know,
growing
every day,
growing every.
yourself.
But there you go, bro.
Yes,
Perfect
sir.
example. So I'm glad to see that from Stack, but I don't really know if Matt Barnes wants to have a fair one with Kwame Brown.
Oh, no. First of all, absolutely not. And I feel like you saw that in the video. It's like, look, what's the documentary? It's the beef documentary between Beanie Siegel and Kanye West, a little blurb, and Kanye was like, look, I ain't want to fight Beans because I know he's real. My thing was just to let him know that I'm not soft. And I feel like that's what Matt Barnes was trying to like walk the line in that video. Like, Kwame, you've been saying my name. I didn't want to say nothing, but you kept saying my name. I just want to come out and let you know that I hear you saying my name. I'm not soft, but I don't want to go there with you.
And I understand that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
protocol.
you got to hold,
protocol.
As a grown man, you got to stand your ground. That's cool. I don't have a problem. Again, I don't have a problem with Matt Barnes, Jack, Kwame. I don't any of this. It's just, I hate to say that it's entertaining because it's enough things that entertain us.
They know it's entertaining.
They do.
Even Kwame knows.
YouTube is TV.
Come on, Kwame's like, please keep them coming.
Y'all gonna keep responding?
Chris Broussard,
I'm gonna keep them coming.
I got heat for you.
So Chris Broussard, I think all Chris Broussard said was like, man, Kwame Brown is tired of y'all being bullied. He's like, he's been bullied in the NBA for the longest, and he's tired of it.
So he came out on Kwame's side, okay.
But Kwame was not going because he like, boy, you a part of it. And then Rob.
Don't try to flip sides now, Chris.
Rob, what's Rob's name? This on FS1 with him. Rob Parker.
Yeah, Rob Parker.
Let him have it too.
I know Rob Parker, like, I'm sure he was waiting for Kwame. Like, I know Rob Parker was loving that one.
Y'all do not want the smoke with Kwame. This boy is on YouTube letting it ride, bro. Like, just letting it ride. Roasting, you know.
And it just seems like a huge roasting session where it's like anybody who laughs, say anything, can get it.
Come get it.
It's one of those. You? Oh, I hear you back here? Yeah.
And then Charlemagne, you know, he let Charlemagne have it under the...
See, what was Charlemagne talking about, man?
Just the same thing. That's where it started. Charlemagne talking about he went to school with his sister and then brought up his pops and all of that.
Yeah.
So he is...
He like watching what he said, I know Kwame's family.
He said, man, you know, he talked about Charlemagne's rape allegations, and then he talked about how much the media continues to talk about Deshaun Watson. But y'all don't talk about that white boy who beat up that black woman.
Well, ain't he about to go to, like...
But he just saying as far as the media and as far as it being in the spotlight. As much as we heard about, and we haven't heard much about Deshaun Watson lately, but for every time it was a new accusation, every time it was a piece of news. And that's just one, you know, that's just one part of it. But, we get what Kwame is saying.
I get what he's saying, but, I felt like Kwame is... I mean, and I said it on the last show. It's definitely some areas of misguiding that he's kind of like doubling down on. But honestly, it is entertaining. If Kwame hears this and got some smoke from us, come on, what you got? What you got for the bigs, Kwame? We ain't never called you a bust.
No, I've never called Kwame Brown a bust because I understand, like, knowing these.
Honestly, I may have called.
Of course you have.
I said I ain't called Kwame a bust, and it's like somebody like searched the mental Rolodex in my head and all of these instances where I called him a bust.
All they gotta do is go back to your first tweet.
They like.
I hope you scrubbed your Twitter, man.
You know what? I'm going to do some Twitter scrubbing after this, Kwame. My bad, fam.
Nah, and that's cool because, again, man, it's easy for guys to sit behind a microphone and talk. I always talk about
Exactly.
Ben Simmons. I call him Ben, B-E-N Simmons.
Ben Simmons, yeah.
But I don't know Ben Simmons, so it's not that serious. All I'm doing is talking about. I just think his game could be better. Like, man, signed a max deal, bro. Like, his life is good.
Speaking of players that we don't like, and I feel like I'm saying this on air because I'm fresh off of seeing the video, and I don't not like players often. You know what I mean? It's not really my thing. But, man, have you seen the latest video from Chandler Hutchison, the former Bull, current Washington Wizard?
What video?
This man made a video after the win yesterday. I didn't see it till just before I came in, basically laughing at the Bulls, saying that y'all traded me and I helped my team make the playoffs. And I'm like, this cat is delusional. This fam averaged like 3 points, and he talking about he helped his team to the playoffs.
On IG?
It's on everywhere now. It's on Twitter. I think it came out on TikTok though. It was one of those weird videos where he was like mouthing a song that was laughing. And I just don't understand what possesses him to make these videos like he's a difference maker in Washington. And on top of that, I know the man don't tip. Yeah, I mean, straight up, I'm still holding that one against him.
Was it Chandler Hutchison or Zach LaVine? Or both?
It was both. It was both.
Okay.
But Chandler Hutchison, bruh, hasn't contributed anything in the NBA. You know what I mean? And it's just ridiculous because I'm thinking of all the players that actually put in work, that actually contribute to their team. And I'm like, they're not making videos, bruh. Getting traded is part of the game. You got a cat on your team that got traded too. And
that's helping the team, and he's just going about his business.
Going about his business, and I honestly keep taking some of the people that liked him in Chicago with him.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
This dude,
because he showed
get the hell out of here, Joe.
Yeah, Hutch, you got to move. And I'm going to look for the video during the break. But
yes, bro.
Yeah, Hutch, you were huff, bro. You couldn't stay on the floor. Availability is your best ability. You were huff at the crib. Daniel Gafford, I think
he showed you saw the potential.
I just don't think his style of play fit
what the Bulls
were looking for right now. I think he could have stuck around, and then as Billy and Mark Eversley and Arturas, they kind of molded the team into finding the identity.
Yes.
I think Daniel Gafford would have been a big part of that because he's the Daniel Tice. Like that's why
100%.
That's why Daniel Tice could have rolled out and you
could have kept
Daniel Gafford.
Absolutely.
So
I mean.
But I do, I'm with you on Hutch. You got to move around.
Yeah, man. They definitely got to stop the shenanigans, bruh. Quit it out. You moved on. Chicago don't love you like that, bruh. On that note.
Oh, I got to see this, man.
Let's go ahead and jump into our first break, y'all. Y'all are kicking it on the soil with the bigs. We'll be right back.
Yep.
WIFTBPM. Since 2018, nearly 3,000 tax credit scholarships have been awarded to Black students in Illinois to attend private schools that best fit their needs. Now, Governor Pritzker wants to slash this program. In a time of much uncertainty, we need greater equity in education for our families and children, not less. Call your state representative and senator and urge them to stand up for our kids and their future by supporting the Tax Credit Scholarship Program. For more information, visit empowerillinois.org.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. the Fraternal Order of Police. It is the president, John J. Catanzara Jr.
We all saw the Anjanette Young video.
Naturally, when someone hears, I didn't do it, you got the wrong place, you just discard it. You have an obligation to make sure that the rest of the place that you're doing a search warrant on is secure.
Okay, so you used the word naturally. And when you watch that video, naturally, a natural reaction would have been to provide her with some coverage for her naked body.
Have you ever been to police?
And so
have you ever been to police?
Let me finish my question. So a natural reaction was not what we saw from those white police officers.
A natural police reaction is to secure the scene.
So a natural police reaction is different from a natural
Well, we're
human
talking
reaction.
about police. We're not talking about you going into a building. We're talking about the police going into a building.
Hence why in the beginning of the question, I related it to training. Are police officers trained to not see black people as human? And so police training would make them naturally react to see me as an animal?
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer because that's just an ignorant statement to make. They went in there looking for an offender.
Who was not there.
Do you know that until you searched the whole place?
They did. They searched and she stood there naked.
And at that point...
After they had the scene secure, she still stood there naked.
Again, I already conceded the fact that they could have did a better job covering her up. But her race had nothing to do with it. And you're going to keep implying it. I'm going to keep telling you you're absolutely wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Of training? Is it a lack of proper training?
No.
Oh, my bad. And I keep telling you, you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. We will kill you for our woman.
I like how that sound right there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of inspirational. It's like everybody got a goal. They're trying to reach or alive. They're trying to live, man. Be bumps in the road. You just got to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? If it don't kill you, it make you strong. You know what I'm saying? My story right here. Yeah. It takes a special kind of mind to grind and work from the bottom and climb up the ladder of success in time. It doesn't matter what the test is, every step is another level till I step in at the next in line, no question. I'm considered one of the best, my whole life invested in, holding mics and sketching rhymes, you guessed it. I'm on mine, still restless, yes, even pressed up my records on my own dime. As many battles I blew breath in, and open mics I blessed. I'll never be labeled an overnight success, passing out CDs, doing shows for free, then dabbing Bo to E so that my soul could speak over these soulful beats that's so cold to me. Like the breeze in the shower, we be posted deep. All the prices that I paid, the sacrifices I made, it'll all come to life one day, someday. Just be patient, man. Bumps and road ain't nothing. Rotate, doesn't stop nothing. Check it out. Look, I remember it like yesterday, trying to get my record played at a radio station where they play hits for days. Having a conversation with this lady I'm facing while she making a statement made for me. She said, look, it's too many words in your hook. You need to work on your look. For what it's worth, I never took her words personal. But at first, I wasn't certain though if she knew my words are personal and not just verses and books until the curtain closes. This is my version of what I know, learning in first person till I blow. And still I know how it feels to know I'm the deal. Did you still feel like a deal is just right, or a deal just might still add to my appeal? But they won't know I'm real till I touch my first million, right? I'ma chill till my bars is felt and play my hand with the cards I'm dealt, and that's the plan till it's solved itself.
We are back on the soil, kicking it live from the West End for the Black People Studios. Man, I want to give a quick shout out to the queen of this here atmosphere, man, Dawn Milhouse. It's always good to see her before we get it cracking.
The outlet.
On the soil, yes.
The outlet. Y'all talk about the plug. The plug got to go to something, right?
Trying to tell you, you got to have a Dawn on your team. So shout out to her, man. I appreciate you more than you know. But Gino, man, we were just talking over the break. The NBA playoffs are
boy, I saw that
on the other side of the.
I
of
just
this
watched
weekend.
the Chandler Hutchison TikTok.
Yes. Oh yeah.
video.
Yeah. Like I said, bro.
Hey, bro, you gotta be cool, man. I know y'all. I know And we can get into what I really want to say after this, but
he's probably having fun. Like, yeah,
he is having
about
fun.
To go into the playoffs.
It's cool that exactly. But bro, don't act like you came in under the Lou Will Act.
What Kendrick say, bro? Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Okay.
Be cool, bro. I'm glad you got out of the shot. Somebody saw some worth in you. You getting 15, 20 minutes a game off the Washington Wizards bench because they need you. I mean, they're lacking, but you know, be cool. I get it. I understand you were tight because the Bulls felt like you were trash and, you know, they traded you for basically nothing, but be cool, bro.
What did they say in The Godfather? This is business, and he's taking it very, very personal.
Very personal, bro. It's
okay?
like
somebody tell this kid it's just business, okay?
And the Wizards were 33 and 38 or
yeah,
something. It's not like y'all.
Nobody's worried about those guys. Y'all about to play the Sixers.
They about to get swept.
Y'all about to play the Sixers, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
But the playoffs are on deck, Gino. We found the Eastern Conference is finally set. I already know which series I'm looking forward to the most, but I want to talk about the Eastern Conference for a second.
Let me bring it up.
Easily, I feel like it's the lackluster conference. It's the conference that kind of gets looked over in terms of, you know, good playoff matchups this time of year because I just feel like more than a few of them are going to be short. But it's a particular series over there, Gino, that I feel like may be the best series of all the first-round matchups. Has the potential to be, at least. I'm talking about the New York Knicks versus the Atlanta Hawks. I feel like this is a microcosm of the meat of the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, these teams are evenly matched up. These teams have equally had impressive seasons, and I feel like are heading in the same direction.
So did you see Nate McMillan was fined $25K? I mean, I didn't see anything really wrong with his comments.
And now, what did he say?
He basically said that everybody's counting them out. Everybody wants the Knicks to win because it's that feel-good story, and plus it's the New York Knicks.
Yeah,
He was like, the NBA wants this, the fans want it.
Nah, that if you said the NBA wants
I felt
it,
I felt
him too.
I
feel him too.
I
but
think
that instantly stuck out.
Exactly. But I think, and I'll take it both ways. I'm not gonna act stupid and act like I didn't know what Nate was on. But I think he meant that. But I think he also meant it as to pump his squad up.
Oh, pump him up. And honestly, it is before we even play a game. It's a message to the refs.
Period.
It's like, I know that y'all want the Knicks to win, but my guys,
we know
here.
We know there may have been a call made.
Come on, exactly. You know what? That may be the coach of the year, maybe sixth man of the year, and it's the Knicks. We want the second round action. Look, man, the Knicks can't sleep on Trae Young and those guys, brother. They play very well together.
They have been playing well together.
And honestly, Trae Young, since the All-Star selection, I feel like has flew under the radar and turned himself into the player that we said in that moment that he needed to become. Hey, we basically told him, close it up, hoop. And that's exactly what he's been doing. His numbers have kind of taken a dip, but it's because he's spreading the ball around. He's making the players around him better.
Come on, bro. Same thing we said. You got to be selfless. He ain't taking as many threes. You got John Collins, bro, and Clint Capella.
Oh, and John Collins, I took a peek. Oh, my, he's hot.
John Collins is stepping out, knocking the three down like it's nothing now. So you got John Collins, you got Clint Capella, you got Kevin Werder, you got Gallo. You got Lou Will off the Oak. You got Bogdanovich.
Cheat code with Lou Will coming
That's a decent squad, bro.
It is, bro.
It's like there's no reason why they shouldn't be in the position they're in now. This is what we said from the beginning of the year. They got a lot of talent over there. Remember, I don't know who we were comparing talent with. Oh, remember it was the Bulls and the Hawks. Remember early in the
100%.
season? I'm like, y'all not going to tell me
that was the measuring stick.
Hawks don't have more talent than the Bulls. Now, this is before the Bulls got Vooch.
So even still,
exactly.
when it comes to young talent, not a lot of people is riding with it.
They have a lot of talent over there. So I'm glad Trae Young has kind of scaled his game back a little bit, been selfless, scaled back on the long half-court threes, thinking he's Steph and Dame.
He still end up on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other ways.
Take 4 or 5 less threes and get yourself 3 or 4 more dimes. You got Clint Capella, 15 and 15. John Collins, 20 and 10. Gallo can get you a dub at any time. Bogdanovich can get you a dub at any time.
Facts.
Lou Will is still Lou
You
Will
know what
off
Lou
the
Will
oak.
is bringing.
Come on, man.
And a playoff opportunity, he's ready.
Yep. And then they still got a couple guys hurt. DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Cam Reddish. Woo. Forgetting about the young guys.
Bro, I'm thinking that this could go 7. Of course, I'm coming.
Who's got home court?
The Knicks have home court.
The Knicks got home court. Okay.
So let's you want to run some predictions real quick? Since we'll come back and I think the guys will be 2 games in. Or
So tonight, isn't there a game? Isn't Golden State
versus Memphis tonight?
That's tonight.
And then tomorrow starting the
whole thing. So where is it in Golden State tonight?
It's in Golden State tonight, and they're battling for a chance to play the Jazz. Now, on the west side of things, a potential Warriors versus Jazz matchup.
They might get swept.
Well, and if you don't think Steph,
they might get swept.
Look, man, I don't.
This is what I said, but this is so. Let's start there. Let's start from the play-in.
Okay.
So going back to the Lakers and Golden State the other night.
Okay.
And this is my only issue with Steph.
Great matchup.
Like, nobody's perfect. There's no Michael Jordan wasn't perfect. The GOAT wasn't perfect. So, but my only issue that I have with Steph, and it's rare, but it comes at crucial times. And Steph is too loosey-goosey with the pill for me. He had a chance to put them people out of their misery, and Alex Caruso locked in, D'd him up.
Yeah. But the Lakers are great defensively.
They are, no doubt about it. But that's a point in time where you gotta.
Nah, Steph. And Steph got good looks all day. Even in crunch time, he missed. I feel like some of the easier looks he had all night.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit the tough shots, and then when it came to some of the middies, some of the close range shots, he blew them at the end of the game.
Right.
And I feel like that was the difference. But in terms of what Golden State is capable of. And how they get their points, bro. Like, we knew going into that game that Steph was their prayer, and he still went crazy.
But
he still put up 40. What did he
had
have, like 36?
Yeah.
And just walked into it.
But that's Steph. You're gonna get that regardless. But what I was saying was, he's not gonna beat me, bro. Somebody else is gonna have to beat me.
But see now. And that was what I feel like one of the more interesting parts of that game. You saw that Wiggins got some stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he started the game because it was apparent that this guy isn't gonna beat. We're running. He's got to beat us with twos. Now he's gonna get his threes off because he's that great of a player.
Yeah.
But the first half, they were running him off the three. You gonna take twos, bro, or you gonna pass the pill. And luckily, Andrew Wiggins had one of his better nights.
Yep.
But when it got towards the third quarter, fourth quarter, down the stretch, man, I'm running. You saw they had AD on him at that switch.
Yeah.
The whole play, because I ran it back 2 or 3 times. AD, great job defended by AD, because they ran the curl, then they ran the switch, then they ran the screen. And AD, he called it out. He said, boom. Then they knew the play. Scouting, film study. They know Golden State's play.
This is that last
play.
And see,
AD called it out. Once he saw Steph, Steph ran off the ball, came back, set the screen, then came off the screen. AD called it out. Boom, boom, boom. No, I got him. Now you're gonna have to make this three over
the tallest mug extended. Now, this is what I told Jock right before that play. I was like, now this is the problem. I was like, because if it comes down to it, how do you get the ball to Steph in this moment?
Right.
When all I got to do, if I'm a double him and I'm a shadow him with a third player.
Period.
How are you gonna get this ball to Steph?
You are not. Like you said, if it's got to be 3 guys, Draymond, make a 3. Andrew Wiggins, make a 3.
And Draymond, he took one of them threes.
I saw it.
I was like, oh God.
Steph was like.
Damn, I gotta
pass
you was wide open, Draymond.
Pass to Draymond, Joe.
Yeah,
Damn.
Joe. So that is a big issue for Golden State down the stretch. But you know what? It came down to LeBron having to hit one of those Steph shots. You know what I mean? And I totally feel like the Lakers. Just see your face. And it's funny because, of course, I'm seeing.
Did you know he was going? Didn't you know he was going to hit
that? Knew he was going to take. I'm like, gee. Okay, we know.
It's LeBron. He's one of the greatest of all time. That's just that's what I tell you. It's like these are NBA. Like I'm pretty sure he's taken this shot numerous times. But
hold on, Gino. Hold on, Gino. Can you see? Now this is an accurate description of that shot. Okay, I see 3 baskets. All I know is it was 3 baskets. I just shot at the middle one. It can't be a LeBron moment without the theatrics, bro. But the
man thought he was still on the Space Jam 2 set.
This was him.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it was great. It was
he
great.
was still on the Space Jam
I love.
2 set.
You know, I've grown to like LeBron. You know, I couldn't stand his ass when he was putting the Bulls out of their misery.
It's been so long.
Yeah,
you
I don't
used
mind
his
like
antics.
I don't mind. I don't because his place in history is set. He doesn't have to win anymore. If he does win more, it's not like he's going to pass up Big Mike. If he loses, he's not going to fall below whoever. He's LeBron James.
It's cemented.
It's cemented.
Yes.
Like, so I've grown to like. Again, I don't hate any players. I hated LeBron because of what he did to us as Chicago Bulls.
It was personal, yeah.
But other than that, like I've grown to actually like LeBron. I like when he busts out his antics. You know, it wouldn't be the NBA. It wouldn't be what it was if LeBron didn't, you know, bring out his antics every now and then. But that one, that's top 3 of all time, bro. That man said he saw 3 rims, and all he did was aim at the middle one.
And was serious. He like, I just shot at the middle one.
No, did you see the post game though?
Oh, come on, brother.
Now, okay,
I gotta make sure they think that I'm really kind of.
He did get hit in the eye. He got a.
And I thought it was I low key thought it was a flagrant. They end up
the way they call it now, you would think it was a flagrant
Draymond
too.
Went for the face. Yeah, I think he went to cover his face, LeBron's face,
and just
went into his face.
I don't think Draymond is a dirty player, but Draymond is a tough player. It's like, no,
I'm
not about to
foul.
get. Yeah, because you could run right through me and dunk me down.
You gonna have to earn that.
Yeah,
you know
so I don't think. I'm glad they called it a common foul.
That was so great. I'm like, oh, a common foul.
Jeff Van Gundy said, I'm gonna name my son after whoever the referee was. It's like, I feel you. So, but big shot by LeBron.
That was a hell
shout
of a
out to DraftKings because I definitely had AD with the win and the leading score, and I had Steph plus 5.5 threes. So AD led in scoring.
I would think it was at 6 or 7 for 3.
It was at 5.5, and he made 6.
Oh, okay.
So
right there.
Shout out to that. But yeah, great game by Golden State. They were right there, like I said. And and how we started off, Steph didn't lose the game by that play by Caruso. But I'm just saying, that was a crucial play where they could have gone up 5 or 6.
Caruso was low-key in his ass
he was.
all night.
And that's my point. When you got guys like, because back to my 77-23, Caruso is that 23.
Facts, and Dennis Schroeder is not. You feel me? When Dennis came in, it's like, all right, I can get loose a little bit. Yeah.
Sub.
Yeah.
So, but great game all the way around. Lakers advanced. They play the Phoenix Suns. Now you got Golden State and Memphis tonight. In Golden State, I already know you taking Steph and the guys. Are you?
I mean, but, Ja and Big Val, I've been talking about those guys all season, Joe. Valanciunas, easily one of my favorite players to watch this year. I think that if he goes off.
What's going off, 20 and 20?
Yeah, 20 and 20, 30 and 15.
Damn.
For Val, which is in his bag. I'm not sure if the Warriors have an answer for that, and I think the Grizzlies may be a little bit more well-rounded. I say that knowing Wiggins coming off a good game, but I still think they just so Steph heavy. And we saw them battle a few last weekend, didn't we? We saw the Grizzlies and the Warriors battle, and the Grizzlies came out on top. I just don't think it's a shoe-in for the Warriors, bruh. Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely not a shoe-in. Memphis they're gonna play tough.
Oh yeah, and they play tough from the gate. You know what I mean? So those dudes got some fight in them, bro.
So,
but no, I think I'm gonna have to take the Warriors. I can't go against Steph
home,
because
at the Chase Center.
Yeah, at home,
have all the energy.
Yeah, come on, and you're talking about the Warriors actually having a chance against the Jazz, Gino.
Let's not even go there. We'll get there in a second. We'll get there.
We'll get
there.
there.
I want a couple of the comments. Let me see. Let me go back. I see them in here. Hold on. Who is this? Bro and Bro. They in here battling. Bro said Knicks in 6. Big bro said, bet the dub. Bro said he'll take that bet. All right, we got a bet.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
Bro been locked in on the Knicks. I know he knows.
It's official on the soil, man. So I need to see this bread
Let's get a
exchange
handshake
hands,
emoji.
man. I see it.
Yeah,
They got it, bro. They got the
Okay.
handshake. So twin bro got the Knicks in 6, and big bro got the Hawks.
Okay. I'm keeping my eye on that for y'all. I like that one.
Let's see. So Todd, shout out to Todd Stroger. What's up, Todd? Todd said, I took a finger in the eye and saw spots for years.
Real.
Todd, I feel you. I've been poked in the eye too, and I've definitely seen double. I'm not saying LeBron was tweaking. I'm not saying he was lying.
I'm kind of saying he was lying. I mean, we know LeBron.
My point exactly.
Yeah, I mean, did he get hit in the face? Probably, yeah. Did he get hit in his eye and it hurt a little bit? Yes. Was he seeing 3 rims?
He said he was seeing 3 rims, and all he did was aim at the middle one, bro. You got to honor that, man. A 30-foot bomb.
What kung fu movie is this? Like,
Exactly.
what is this, bro? The Shaolin Masters of L.A.? Like, exactly. I got hit in the face and still proceeded to hit the shot. Yeah, I feel you, LeBron.
Yeah, but Todd, I don't think they got the steroids and the the
Todd,
Visine.
you got video of it? Let's see the video and compare them. But
the last video I saw of Todd, he was getting cooked up by Lil Maze.
Lil Maze is decent.
Lil Maze is decent.
But
hey, Maze, Lil Maze might need some work, man. It's been a minute, man. Hit your boy up. Let's get him straight.
Let's get in the gym. But
in the gym.
But yeah, Gino, I'm.
So you taking Golden State
I'm
over
taking
Memphis
Golden State
tonight?
I'm taking Golden State.
How does
tonight.
Memphis pull it out?
I feel like Ja Morant. I feel like he can't come and be like meek and mild kind of manner. Like I feel like he can become an afterthought. You know what I mean? I feel like he can be on the court and not matter sometimes.
That's true.
And tonight that cannot happen. Like this has to be one of them games where Ja Morant is coming at your head early and often.
But I think his hands are gonna be full with Steph.
His hands are gonna be full with Steph, but he has to keep Steph hands.
But
full.
Dylan Brooks guarded Steph most of that.
Yeah.
They played last weekend.
And he
fouled out.
That's what I'm saying. And he's gonna be on charge, I feel.
He is. He had a good game against San Antonio. I think, like you said, the X factor is probably gonna have to be Valanciunas because I don't think Golden State they don't have an answer for him. They're gonna throw Draymond on him.
Mm-mm.
Draymond does a pretty good job being physical with those guys like he was with AD to start though. You know, AD, but great players are gonna find a way to do them at the end of the day. He got LeBron, so he'll find some easy shots, some offensive rebounds, putbacks. So Draymond can't stop AD. He can't stop Valanciunas, but it's up to Valanciunas to not. Yeah, you can't let Draymond's physical toughness
take you
out of your game. So I think Valanciunas is definitely gonna have to have one of them 2020 games. Like you said, Ja Morant obviously is gonna have to be the kid that thinks he's top 5 PGs in the league. I just think Memphis they're gonna need that game because we know what you're gonna get out of Golden State. They're gonna play tough defense. Steph is gonna give you 30 plus. He's gonna hit big shots in timely moments. Is Andrew Wiggins you said it. Is it gonna be that one Andrew Wiggins that has a great game and then fades to black, or is it gonna be the Andrew Wiggins who is a $30 million a year man?
Mm-hmm.
And who else mm-hmm. is gonna come up big offensively for Golden State? Because they got him. Mulder, Toscano, Anderson. I'm not saying these are 20, 25 point per game guys, but in the big moments, they can make Jordan Poole. Yeah. They got guys that can make shots, when Steph is doubled and tripled. So it'll be interesting to see, man.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Outside of that, once they get set, the West is going to be interesting. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight, Joe.
So Chris said, what up, Chris? Chris said Looney had 12 rebounds versus Memphis last week. I forgot about Kevon Looney. Yeah. He comes off the bench. He plays more of he's a smart player.
And he was around for one of those ships.
Oh, he was. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. He's a smart, let's not trip. He's a very good player. He's smart. He knows how to play the game. So I think that's good. But I don't know, man. If I was a betting man, I'm leaving this one alone tonight. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I'm going to wait till the playoffs start officially to get back on FanDuel and DraftKings. But
That move from Wiggins, the Penny Hardaway spin.
Oh, man.
Gee, okay. Wiggins has been in the gym, obviously. You
Man, but there's no doubt the skill level of this guy, man.
Oh, come on. That's what got Wiggins in the door. You know what I mean? As skillful and athletic as anybody, you know what I mean, could possibly be. He still is.
The Cushman said we wouldn't have come back from 3-2 versus Houston without Looney. No, Looney is a crucial part to what the Warriors do, but I even though he had 12 boards against Memphis, I don't think that's enough to if Valanciunas is in his bag. But I also think Valanciunas could be 20 and 20
and they still
lose. So it's gonna be like you said. Is it gonna be Ja? Okay, and it should be. If you top 5 point guard in the league, hey man, we from the Missouri, we from the Show Me State.
You see what you get when you say stuff like that. It's like,
man. Don't think we forgot, bro. Now you got a chance.
Top 5.
Now if you do beat him, you still ain't top 5.
Going against the number 1 point guard.
Period.
Yeah.
So you still ain't top 5, but you showing your worth. So I'll be interested to see. I'm gonna be in tune tonight after the Cubs and the Sox get these victories. We gonna be in tune tonight to watch this Golden State Warriors Memphis Grizzlies matchup.
Real quick, final verdict on the play-in tournament. Stay, keep it, or
man, that's Huff.
Dish it.
I understand it. It's cool to watch, but it's Huff, man. Just let the 7 and 8 teams get the spot, man.
You know what? I was feeling how you felt until that Lakers Warriors matchup.
But what about the other 3 blowouts?
I mean, it's the bottom of the barrel when it comes. I mean, I told you I maybe my expectations were a little bit too high as far as level of games we were going to get. And when you're talking about the last 2 teams to get in.
Right.
But in the West, you're talking about a primetime matchup no matter what.
But that's why it should even – or just how about the top 16 teams in the league?
Still have a play-in tournament for those?
No, just have the top 16 teams in the league. Forget the conferences. I know this is historic. I know it's the essence. But, hey, man, it's 2021, man. Evolve.
I saw those TV numbers. And, of course, they were the most viewed games of the season.
I saw that Lakers Warriors was the most.
Since
it's like
the
2019.
Last year, 2019. So it may be here to stay. But on that, are we good for another break?
Yeah, let's take our noon break. When we come back on the other side, man, let's talk NBA playoffs and NBA awards, man. I see they named the finalists for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, 6th man.
I peeped.
We can get to that, man. So Ron Rilla, take us to break. You're on the soil with the bigs.
WIFTBPM. We all remember our life before COVID-19. The parades, the lakefront barbecues, taste of Chicago, the happy hours, and most importantly, loving those unforgettable moments with our friends and families. Getting Chicago vaccinated is what will make the activities we miss safe for everyone. So let's get back to it, Chicago. Let's come together to end this pandemic. Find your vaccine at chi.gov/COVIDvax.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
I ain't fucking with them busters, I ain't fucking with them bluffing ass, nothing ass motherfuckers neither. So when you catch me at the show, this shit ain't just for show. So I gave my nigga Lou the Desert Eagle. Then it's right back on the grind. I hustle till I shine. I don't hear no fear, no evil. Make 40 off a dime, waiting some other time, but the people try to tell me it's illegal.
Am I my brother's keeper? Hell nah, I dig ditches, put you bitches in a sleeper. When you see us, keep it moving like the meter, we off the meat. Meet me at the meeting to miss your beat while I'm riding off, smelling like Sunny D. Imperial like the pyramid, as I push the pen again. My experiences appearing Shakespearean. Though passes with no interference when I send them in. If you mention him, then you mention in the syndicate. The inventor of that vintage lit, you know who get the busiest. Sawbucks, double nickel, 55th. Look, I'm a businessman, I can't let these busybodies hear me in. Hence, simply put,
I put an end to them. You won't risky, come with me, it's done quickly. This is Chi-Town, Joe. The bros and the folks with me. Home of Tao, Cokes and 150s. Deep joints, kush jabs, corrupt politicians that run the city.
I ain't fucking with them busters, I ain't fucking with them bluffing ass, nothing ass motherfuckers neither. So when you catch me at the show, this shit ain't just for show. So I gave my nigga Lou the Desert Eagle. Then it's right back on the grind. I hustle till I shine. I don't hear no fear, no evil. Make 40 off a dime, waiting some other time. But the people try to tell me it's illegal. It's illegal. The homies saying fuck y'all, I just wanna live good. But they know I'm still down, so they know I'm still good. Standing in the sand with the water, but it's still mud. I ain't heard from Sly in a while, but we still plug.
Shout out to my boy Tree and the great ML, man. What's the name of that? Desert Eagle? No, just another one of the heaters on deck, man.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody tuned in on the soil with the bigs. We appreciate y'all. Everybody tuned in on Facebook Live. Everybody tuned in on Periscope, Twitch, YouTube. We appreciate the love. There is no the bigs. There is no on the soil. There is none of this without the people. So much love to y'all. Ron Rilla holding us down, doing all the hard work behind the boards, making us sound so elegant.
You feel me? Making us sound good. We appreciate it, Ron.
But, man, before we continue on,
my boys.
Yes, sir. Before we continue on, got to drop this science for y'all, man. Make sure y'all smash them like buttons, smash them share buttons, hit the comment section, join the conversation. I see my man Circle 7 out there. Peace to the God. My boy Rodney from the hood, from King to Cottage. Y'all know how we do, man. Everybody else in there tapped in with the brothers. Man, join the conversation, man. Continue to help us push the content and the culture forward, man. It's all about owning the black voice, owning the content, and keeping the culture vultures out of the way, man. It's tough, man, but we got to continue to lock in, continue to do us, and like Mick Luda said, someday we'll all be free. So continue to help us, man. Continue to support the network. PayPal. Cash out in my Dr. Umar voice. Hit the PayPal. Hit the cash out.
That's our love language. You feel me? Love us the right way.
Man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the video. Cop the merch. Y'all grow with me. I'm gonna bring it back next week. Y'all grow with me. Shout out to everybody that cop my PayPal and my.
How's it going, Gino?
Man, it's going. I ain't sold out yet, so I ain't gonna say I'm salty. But the people have shown up for me.
Oh, no. I feel like it's going down for you, Gino.
Yeah, it is. I dropped off a couple packs. Shout out to Teasy, my boy Marcus. Yesterday I rolled down on them.
Okay.
A few of the family members tapped in on the soil right now, touched down with me. So shout out to Boosie and Susan and Chris and T. Renee.
Throw that link in the comments.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, much love to y'all, and we got to continue to support each other because we all we got, man. So. Circulate the dollar with your people, man. I might go ahead and make that a shirt too.
Circulate the dollar.
Circulate the dollar with your people.
I feel like all of the Gino lingo, we need those on.
And I can't take credit for them. A lot of this lingo, when I use the Benoski and all the Oski Woskis, that's all Mick Luda. So that's how much Mick has meant to my life. And then to circulate the dollar, that's from Cuz Brian from Sir and Madam. So I'm not gonna take the credit, but. I got a little slang of my own that I've seen circulating, and people ain't gave me a Father's Day card yet. So I'm giving Father's Day cards to the people that I, build and take some of their swag from. But regardless, man, we got to continue to support each other, love each other, and circulate the dollar with each other. So, man, shout out to my boy Circle 7, man, because if y'all in Arizona, man, he got the most cracking heralds. Hey, Rod, drop the if you still in here, man, drop the address for anybody that might happen to be out in Arizona this summer so they can come touch down with Harold's Chicken in Arizona, man. Big shout out to my brother of 35 plus years.
Man, hella inspiring. Definitely. I feel like everybody on the soil, man, everybody that checks in shows the love right back. And that's something that I think you touched on in the last episode. But when you give love, you don't always get it back, man. But our job is just to give the love and not worry about nothing else
all day.
That. So we really appreciate when we get it back, man. So thank you, everybody that's tuned in, showing love to the brothers. Y'all know how we've been doing it. Y'all definitely have shared the broadcast, told a friend, and try to, get other people to join the conversation. And honestly, we appreciate that more than you will ever know.
All day long.
So if nobody tells you, if nobody loves you, the Bigs loves you, all right? On that note, Gino.
Let's get back to it, man.
What are we talking, NBA awards now?
We talking NBA. Well, let's talk. I mean, we can still talk playoffs. We still got to give our first round. We can give our first round
in the East. We'll do it for I guess the West starts too. So yeah, just run down the list and we can go ahead and
tomorrow's game.
Choose sides.
The Heat versus the Bucks. What is that? Is that 2-7 or is that 3-6?
That's a 3-6.
The Heat versus the Bucks. Milwaukee, obviously, they had a home court advantage. The Heat, we know the Heat are coming off an NBA Finals appearance last year. The Milwaukee Bucks haven't fared too well in the playoffs the last couple years. They got a couple upgrades. Drew Holiday has been a huge upgrade for them this past season. Looking for the Bucks to do damage, man. So what you thinking? Milwaukee or Miami?
Whew. I know. I said that I'm looking forward to that Knicks Atlanta matchup. I'm looking forward to this Heat Milwaukee matchup too. It's probably my second, the second series I'm most excited for on the East side of things, and it's because we saw how Miami handled these dudes in the bubble. You know what I mean? And they had Giannis, and I know that they still had, they added Drew Holiday, but they had Giannis and Chris Middleton, at the time, and still lost to Miami, who what? I mean, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Herro, Bam is over there, and of course they still got our boy from Simeon, the brain fart.
Oh, K Nunn.
Yeah, they still got Kendrick Nunn. So I feel like Miami is one of those teams, and we talked about it with Scoop before the season started, that has been waiting to get to this part of the season. You know what I mean? It was one of those teams that I feel like kind of got a real understanding for how to navigate through the regular season in order to kind of reserve yourself to be ready for the playoff push.
Yeah.
And you look at them, and here they are, ready for the playoffs in one piece. You know what I mean? And which I feel like was the ultimate goal. And makes me worried about the Bucks. It makes me think that are these guys gonna have to go ahead and get a suitcase ready because these guys may be going home. Because I'm not a huge Bucks believer, Gino, and I totally just feel like Jimmy Butler is one of those players that just like.
So you're not convinced that Drew Holiday could take these guys to the next. I mean, and I'm not necessarily saying the Bucks to win the NBA Finals, but they gotta get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's the number one question, Gino. Like, what's the impact of Drew Holiday, and how is it gonna affect? You know what I mean?
Drew Holiday is another. I think they had Eric Bledsoe,
mm-hmm.
And I think Bled just he wasn't as versatile.
No, Holiday is a true upgrade.
He's a true upgrade. He can shoot, he can pass, he can defend, he can rebound, he can do it all. So I think that's a guy who can take the pressure. Eric Bledsoe is like I don't want to call him a one-trick pony, but he was only good at. I mean, he was a good defender. He wasn't a three-point shooter. He could get to the rim, but this isn't that game. If you're not a big guy, if you ain't AI, Kyrie, those guys who make a living at getting to the rim and drawing fouls, then you kind of cooked as a smaller guard. So
I feel that.
I feel like Eric Bledsoe, Drew Holiday is a true upgrade, a guy who can take the pressure off of Giannis and Chris Middleton, but can also help them he can make plays for them. So I think what was hurting Milwaukee the most was just Giannis going one-on-one. And, the playoffs are different. You can do that in the regular season because nobody really cares. But when it's playoff time, you got to beat the team 4 times. And after that first game, you go in, the scouting report gets realer and realer. The film sessions become more and more important, and they lock in on it. So I think what Mike Budenholzer has done, and to give him credit, he's found different ways for Giannis to get off. So it's not just Giannis going one-on-one from the top of the key, especially against Miami.
Yeah.
Great defensive team defense.
They're
gonna pack it in.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna run into a wall. Now you got Chris. So now you got Dante DiVincenzo. You got what's my white homie that I love?
Duncan Robinson.
No, from Pat Connaughton. Our boy Pat.
Okay.
So you got shooters that can help spread the floor. But now you got Drew, who can get into the lane.
And
he
create.
can finish.
Yeah.
He can kick. He can do a bunch of different things. So I think that
Was
still
a-
going to be Giannis. At the end of the
But it
day,
was an
Giannis is
aspect
going to have
they
to make
totally
the
didn't have.
Period.
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, Giannis is going to have to be the guy to make the big plays. You know what you're going to get from Chris Middleton. He's a guy who can make clutch shots when you need them. But I think Drew Holiday will truly be the difference in what Milwaukee does in the playoffs.
So go ahead and call it, Gino. What you
I
think?
got Milwaukee in 6. No disrespect to Miami, but I think, like I said, I think Drew Holiday is going to be that X factor. If he's the Drew Holiday that he's been throughout his career.
Miami could definitely go. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could definitely win this series. But I definitely feel like Milwaukee still has a bad taste in their mouth, and this is like poetic justice for them. So they're going to get their lick back, man. I'm taking Milwaukee in 6.
So let's get some of the. Let me see.
I see Kev. He said something about Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, Cole
Shout out
Holiday.
first of all, shout out to Kev, the Cushman.
Hey, Cushman, you still owe me $60 too. Don't think I forgot. No, that's my man. though. I love the Cushman, man. He came in first place in the triathlon.
I'm seeing him do his thing, and he stays tuned in on the soil. But of course, he's been rocking with us since forever. Love, bro.
Shout out to the Cushman. But he
said,
says Holiday can create a basket when necessary. People sleep on this downhill one-on-one game. Precise.
Okay, yeah.
Circle 7
Kev.
said he's not enough. I think if he's talking about Drew Holiday.
They don't have an answer for Jimmy Buckets. Drew gets in.
If Drew
gets
can
in
check
foul
Jimmy,
trouble
Miami's toast.
on the other end. It's gonna come down to Giannis, and that's just the bottom line.
Period.
Uh-huh.
Period. So I'm taking Milwaukee in 6.
I'm with you on that one, Gino.
Milwaukee in 6. All right. Let's go over to the West. I see the Mavericks.
Did we choose? Are we going?
I mean, I'm just going. I'm going
Okay.
like time. First
Okay.
game tomorrow, second game tomorrow.
Let's
So
do it.
tomorrow's second game, the Mavericks versus the Clippers. This is a 3 versus. No, this is 4 and 5.
Yeah, and I'm going. I feel like
Mavs Clippers. Obviously, the Clippers have home court.
yeah, because I feel like I got big expectations for the Clippers this year. I'm totally taking them to get rid of the Mavericks, and I feel like they've quietly been really good.
The Clippers,
the Mavericks.
Oh, the Mavericks they have. Remember they started off. They were like 10th, right before the All-Star break.
And then you didn't hear anything about them as they rose. I feel like they just was like climbing the whole second half, and people didn't pay a bunch of attention to it. But you look at Luka, I mean, and that's who you saw. You saw Luka hitting game winners.
But let's not trip on his supporting cast because
now break it down to me because
I watched them a lot because it was Dallas and Portland battling. You know, the whole time it was Dallas and Portland going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I was looking at Luka, Dame. But you have to give the respect to the, like Shaq calls them, the others. So when you think about, okay, Kristaps, he wasn't there a lot. But when you think about guys like Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith.
who real talk.
Go ahead.
And that's who I got a chance to peep. The man definitely
is a basketball player.
Fill it up. You know what I mean? He's going to affect the game in every way.
Jalen Brunson.
Oh, come on.
Josh Richardson.
Just a basketball player.
These are guys that know how to play basketball, and they're great compliments to Luka. And, you know, your star player, they have to be able to believe in you. And I think Luka has done a great job in keeping those, you know, like you said, he gets all of the pub. He makes the game winning shots.
Luka's one of the chosen ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he one of the chosen
But he's done a great job of
not letting it be all about him, I feel.
And just, keeping his guys in tune. Like, you know I'm coming to you. I don't average 9 assists for nothing.
And you know what? Early on in the season, I heard a lot, and I think you touched on it. You said Luka cried too much.
He still cries a lot, but most NBA players do because that's just what the game is now. It's no disrespect to those guys. That's just what it is. And if you're a star player, you use it to your advantage. And I think Luka, like you said, he's one of the chosen ones. So he's going to use that to his advantage. And then later in the game, when he needs that call,
I need it.
He's going to get it.
Period.
So big shout out to Luka. Shout out to the Mavericks for you know, coming up, getting that 5th spot. But definitely taking the Clippers in maybe 5.
That's what I'm going. I'm going, you know what? I'm real particular about getting the games. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we can pick the winner, but in how many games?
Right.
Luka, I mean, he had a lot of fun last year in the playoffs. I honestly I'm not going to say I was sleep on Luka, but I was kind of dragging my feet.
Yeah, because you gotta show us, man. It's cool. That's cool, but now it's playoff time. The lights are brighter.
All of that.
Everybody's
the
locked
NBA
in.
game is easier.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, okay, whatever. But
it's the same old story. 29, 9, and 8.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give them 2 games. I'm taking the Clippers in 6. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we got anybody in the comments. My bad. YouTube. Let me not forget about y'all.
Circle 70 says, I think the Clippers will lock in this year and get it done. Rondo is the missing piece.
Okay. Get it done meaning winning it all?
I feel like that's their goal. You know what I mean, it's championship or bust for those guys. But if I'm salty about anything when it comes to the Clippers and Gino, I told you, man, if Derrick Rose is out there floating, just hanging, waiting to be swooped up by the Clippers. You know what I mean? I was totally expecting them to do it. They were late to the show. Knicks ended up getting him for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And the Clippers, I feel like, had to settle for Rondo. I'm wondering, can we count on Rondo to be playoff Rondo still? Like,
I don't think I feel what Rod is saying about Rondo being the missing piece, but it ain't gonna come down to Rondo whether they win the championship or not.
He was one of the missing pieces for the Lakers last year.
Yeah, he was cool, but at the end of the day, that's LeBron and AD all day.
Getting it in.
Yeah, Rondo was cool. He did his thing, but
First thing they needed was an upgraded point guard.
Yeah, he ain't the game changer, and I don't think he's the game changer for the Clippers to win it all. I think he will play a role in that second team, being able to keep that second unit in order. But at the end of the day, Kawhi and PG. At the end of the day, in the NBA, the stars. This is where the stars shine brightest. Yeah, Steve Kerr made the shot for Mike at the end of the game.
Yeah.
All of that. Paxson through the years. Big Shot Bob, all of that. But it's a reason why guys become league NBA Finals MVP. So PG and Kawhi, the pressure is on you guys to get it done. So Clippers in 6 for you, Clippers in 5 for me.
I'm going with that. Let's get it.
Game 3 tomorrow, 7 p.m. Boston versus Brooklyn.
All the basketball in the world. Oh, I'm sorry, John. I'm real quick. I thought we had plans tomorrow.
Ooh.
Maybe TV time. But
sorry, John. Sepia.
It's playoff time.
Yeah, it's all and I think I'm taking credit for this. Wasn't nobody calling it the offs.
The offs, bruh.
Yeah, shout out to Nick, Rio, all my guys back in Chicago State, Big Mal. We started the offs.
Bro, yeah, the offs is the most perfect playoff reference. Yeah, the offs.
These offs.
Yeah.
So
these offs.
Yeah, it's offs time. So yeah, sorry. Yeah. We love our ladies, but it's the offs.
You know what time it is, John. I'm sorry, but
Brooklyn and Boston.
Now, did you hear what Brad Stevens said? We talked about Nate McMillan's comments, but did you hear what Brad Stevens said?
No.
He said, if I'm just a typical NBA fan, I have a hard time seeing the Nets lose.
Wow.
This is what he said. You know what I mean?
Did he expand?
No. That was his whole point. Was that if I'm a fan looking at this series, and of course I'm thinking that it's Nets. You know what I mean? And
that's
4.
A nothing, right.
And he's like, it's my job to find ways to battle against that. And of course I feel like Brad Stevens, first of all, I don't think he's that stupid to come out and basically come out against his team. I feel like what he was trying to do was some reverse psychology. Hey, nobody thinks y'all got a chance.
That was his way of saying that.
It's like he could have just said that, though. It's like, yeah, if I'm a typical NBA fan, it's like, you're the Boston Celtics head coach. You know what I mean? So it's hard to even picture you as a typical fan because you coach the Celtics.
With that being said, Brooklyn in 4. Sweep. Next.
Just like that.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn in 4. Shout out to Jay Tatum, still putting up 50 packs. He gonna need a 60-pack. If Harden, KD, and KD, if them 3 guys play together,
he may need Kobe. Yeah, he need that 80. Come on,
Bean. We gonna leave the Bean references out of this. But
yeah, so
Brooklyn in 4.
Easy. I mean, this is the one I may not watch that much of. Wake me when the Nets are playing somebody, you know what I mean, like the Heat or the Bucks. You know, one of the top teams in the East. This is definitely a sweep.
Next,
Who we got, Gino?
My series.
Okay.
Video game Dame.
Okay.
Versus the MVP.
Joel
Nikola
Embiid?
Jokic.
Oh, okay.
Right, because we still got to get to that. But
Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets, the 3rd seed, the Portland Trail Blazers, the 6th seed. No Jamal Murray.
No Jamal
Not sure
Murray.
if Will Barton is going to be playing, but they still got
They still got Porter.
They still got the top 2 MVP candidate. They got a star in the making in Michael Porter. You got a guy who's been doing it for years in Paul Millsap.
Oh,
and they're just a well-coached team.
Aaron
Shout out
Gordon.
to Mike Malone.
It's
The Aaron
came,
Gordon acquisition is going to show improve now. So I think this would be a very good series. I got to go with Dame. I got to go with Portland.
Yeah.
I'm taking Portland in 6.
I feel like losing Jamal Murray changes my view on this series, Gino. I think with Jamal Murray, this was an easy series win for the Nuggets.
Denver, wow, okay.
In 5 or 6 games.
Okay.
Now, I'm just remembering Michael Porter. Every time I've seen Michael Porter Jr. hoop this shit, he was cold.
A star in the making, bro.
Can get to the free throw line. I didn't know he was such a size mismatch for so many people, and he got a burner. You know what I mean? So I feel like he has an opportunity to kind of step into that Jamal Murray role and have a coming out party.
No doubt, he should. He should easily average a dub in this series. I mean, if he don't average a dub, they could be swept. Because Portland ain't gonna have an issue putting the ball in the bucket. It's about getting the stops on the other end. It's about
that's the Blazers' issue.
Let's see Nikola Jokic. You get all the MVP talk during the season. These awards are regular season awards. Now is the time where we need to see you play like the MVP of the league.
And you know what? I feel like it's going to come down to who's the best player on the court. Is it Dame or is it the Joker?
No doubt.
I feel like it can totally, be either one of those guys on either night. I'm looking at this one as another potential 7-game series. I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Nuggets on this one.
The Nuggets do have home court advantage. Nuggets in 7. I got Portland in 6.
Oh, man, G,
I got Portland in 6.
But yeah, okay.
Especially the way they treated them last game. And I know Denver wasn't really playing for nothing, but I feel like that's the way Portland has to come into it.
And how wicked is the West, where you talking about a guy like Dame and the Blazers with a formidable team can be gone after one.
After one, Joe.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. I feel like that's one that's going 7.
Okay.
I'm going with the Nuggets.
Wizards and Sixers. I don't think we even have to expand on this.
3. Sixers and 2.5.
Sweep.
Okay.
Next, we got the Lakers and Suns. Sunday at 2:30.
Now this one hurt me, Gino.
Phoenix at 2, Lakers at 7. Are LeBron and AD completely healthy? No. Have CP3 had a MVP type of season? Yes. Is Devin Booker one of the best players in the league? Yes. I'm taking the Lakers in 5.
Gino, these are the 2 best teams in the Western Conference.
You think Phoenix is better than Utah?
I think Phoenix is better than Utah because of Chris Paul.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like the parent that got a kid playing on both teams, I really don't want to pick. I'm really kind of salty these teams are playing in the first round. It's not fair that one of these teams that this ain't a Western Conference final matchup, because I totally would have loved one of these 2 teams to go to the finals. But because it's a dirty job and somebody's got to do it, I'm thinking, because the Lakers.
There's no way you telling me you taking Phoenix over the Lakers.
I want to so bad, Gino.
But you're not.
I can't. You know what I mean? I can't do it, man. This is a 6 or 7 game series. I feel like the world is about to see how good the Phoenix Suns are. They're no joke. And Monty Williams, if they want to shock the world, with everything Monty Williams has been through, and to come back and had his impact has been great. I go back to last year's offseason, and I was impressed and surprised with how quickly Chris Paul chose the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, while playing with Dev, why not?
He wanted to play.
Let me come. It's still your team. You still gonna get as many shots as you want, but let me help you. My track record speaks volumes. Just let me come through and help you, bro. I guarantee you.
Tom, I feel like is this Dolo T?
Oh man, go ahead. Hey, where's Herb? Is Herb here?
Let me tell you, Gino. I love what Chris Paul said to Charles Barkley when Charles Barkley.
Well, I know what I can do.
He's like, bro, I didn't play dogs my whole career. You know what?
Go ahead. Because Phoenix in 7.
I'm taking Phoenix in 7, y'all.
I would love for the Phoenix Suns to knock the Lakers off.
I think it's not. I don't think I'm. You know what I mean? I'm not.
You know what, T?
I think it's possible.
Dolo
bro.
T ain't striking today. Because I'm not betting on this series. Phoenix in 7.
It took a shot that LeBron never hits to get them past Golden State in this playoff game, a playing game. And I know that we're talking about a series as opposed to a one-game situation. And beating this Lakers team 4 times, it's hard to imagine because I just feel like if AD, he played like 45 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. AD didn't look completely healthy.
But if he played 45, you getting 40
No, you can't
minutes
play
of
45 minutes. AD can't play 40 minutes every night.
Whew.
And that's in that pace because Phoenix is up and down. They got young guns. Don't forget about DeAndre Ayton. He didn't play the last couple games because I think he was getting himself ready. But
he's sound. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't feel like he's as explosive as I thought he was going to be, but he's a very
sound player. Yeah, he rebounds. He finishes around the rim.
But that was his first game miss. Like, he's going to be in.
They play a fast-paced game. Yeah. So if I was a betting man, I would take the Lake Show. But I want to see the Phoenix Suns shock the world. Phoenix in 7.
I'm going to go ahead and stand on the Phoenix Suns square, y'all. Phoenix in 7. Sorry, AD.
Let's take our 12:30 break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to finish up the last 2 series, and then we're going to get into some NBA award talk before we finish it out with some Cubs and White Sox weekend baseball. So Ron Rilla, take us to break. We'll be right back on the other side. You're on the soil with the Bigs.
WIFTBPM.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
Do you believe that God's going to turn it around?
I got to.
Why?
Why? Because he's did it before.
Come on.
And he'll do it again.
Yes.
You can do it again.
Yes. Come on here.
Come on, I better leave that alone.
Somebody calling you right now.
Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing, I better go. God's going to turn it around.
And I feel like we have to encourage the people because so many people are just truly depressed. They're going through the holiday blues, and we want you to know that you don't have to be discouraged. But you can, in fact, be encouraged because God's going to turn it around.
God's going to turn it around. It's me again. God's going to turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before.
We all remember our life before COVID-19. The parades, the lakefront barbecues, taste of Chicago, the happy hours, and most importantly, loving those unforgettable moments with our friends and families. Getting Chicago vaccinated is what will make the activities we miss safe for everyone. So let's get back to it, Chicago. Let's come together to end this pandemic. Find your vaccine at chi.gov/COVIDvax.
Traffic jam fam, you know it. I'm from the middle of the map. I get around, I've been there and back. Born in Gary, Indian, just to be exact. Got family in the go and family in the nap. Same shit everywhere, saw it in the A out on Old Nat. Sucker free suckers can't take the heat, now they gon' rap. Big dumb cats, big guns clap. Another brother dead, another mother son lack. I'm from the era where the niggas did scrap. Seen the same person shot with 2 different straps. You don't want this, now you don't want that. Tired of fuck shit, wanna take a nap. I'm a dog on these chicks, just a different cat. Must make at least an M to make an impact. May just paint the Benz matte black, fresh head to toe. niggas at? Got family in the go and family in the nap. Talking money, shit hit my jack. If it don't make sense, shit I can sense that. Blowing big loud, never the mid pack. See you talk, that's just big cap. Nigga, I walk the walk with graduation hats. Fuck your opinion, nigga, in fact. You fuck my bitch, shit, I tip my hat. Now she dead to me, can't bring her back. Play the game, play the field, never been set. Bulls game flow seats just like my penis mats.
We are back on the soil, having some really good conversation about the NBA playoffs. It is officially time for the offs. Running down our picks from the West and the Eastern Conferences about who is going to come out of this first round on top.
So just to run it back, we got the Heat and the Bucks. I chose the Bucks in 6. I think T chose the Bucks in 6. We got the Mavericks and the Clippers. I took the Clippers in 5. T took the Clippers in 6.
Yep.
We got the Nets and the Celtics. We both said sweep for the Brooklyn Nets.
Quick one.
Blazers and Nuggets. Y'all know I'm Dame or nothing, so I took the Blazers in 6.
Got tough for me here, Gino.
T took the Nuggets in 7. The Wizards and the Sixers. We both took the Sixers in a sweep. And we concluded the last session with the Lakers and the Suns. If I was a betting man, of course, I'm taking LeBron and AD. But I'm not betting on this series, so I'm taking Phoenix in 7. Devin Book is one of T's guys.
Yeah, man.
He's taking Phoenix in 7.
I'm glad I don't have to be Dolo T on this one.
Yeah,
so,
you made me change my picks. I see a couple people in the comments saying the same thing. So let's finish out these last 2 before we get to the NBA awards, because we got to talk Chicago baseball too before we get out of here. So
was that
the Hawks and the Knicks. The New York Knicks have home court advantage in this series. They beat the Hawks 3 times. They swept the season series 3-0.
Swept the season series.
But you can wipe that slate clean because this is the offs.
It's a whole
and
different
none of that
game.
matters now. The scouting report is real. And, of course, I'm taking the Knicks because it's D-Rose or nothing. I'm taking the Knicks in 7.
I'm going to go ahead and roll with my twin brother on this one. I liked his prediction.
Knicks in 6. Okay.
I think that that Knicks defense, those guys over there, I think they plan on wrecking somebody's show. So I'm predicting a long playoff run for the 6. I'm going with New York in 6.
New York in 6. All right. We both got the Knicks in that series. And to finish it out, we have – is that it? All right, we still waiting on Utah.
Yeah, we still
and the winner. Whoever
the winner
Utah
of the
plays,
Grizzlies.
I'm taking Utah. If it's the Grizzlies, I'm taking Utah for a sweep. Well, Donovan Mitchell, this will be his first time playing since the high ankle sprain.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's ready to go. I know he's been getting
One
it
of
in
those dudes
behind
that's
the
ready for
closed
the
doors.
playoffs,
So
yes.
I'm taking Utah on the sweep over the Memphis Grizzlies. If it's the Golden State Warriors, I get the Warriors a game. But they still don't stand a chance. They'll get a game just because Steph is gonna pull something out of his Chef Curry bag and will those guys to a victory. But I do think Utah will beat both of those teams without any hassle. So I'm taking the Jazz over whoever comes out of that game tonight.
You know what? I said earlier in the show that if it's the Warriors that move on to play the Jazz, I think that the Warriors have enough to shock them. I mean, I'm one of the ones that, saw the Jazz sitting at the top of the, standings for most of the season.
So are we saying Dolo T strikes?
No, the Jazz aren't that loose with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're not. I can't see them choking. Quinn Snyder is a madman. He looks like the villain in a Die Hard movie over there on the sidelines. And I'm a huge Donovan Mitchell fan. I'm not really a Rudy Gobert guy, but it's no doubt that he's, probably the best defensive center in the game.
Done his thing, bro.
The man is going, he can dominate given the opportunity. So, yeah, I'm going with the Jazz versus the Grizzlies or the Warriors.
There we have it. Our picks for the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in game tonight, Memphis and Golden State to see who will face Utah in round 1. The off-star tomorrow, 8 games this weekend, 4 tomorrow, 4 Sunday. And and it's all the way cracking. So with that being said, let's talk about the 2020-2021 NBA award finalists. Let's start from the top, and let's run through these kind of quick so we can talk a little baseball before we rotate.
Go ahead.
NBA Most Valuable Player, the 3 finalists, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry. My stance hasn't changed all year. I'm going with the Joker. Off the simple fact that he hasn't missed a game all year. Denver hasn't been healthy. They traded Gary Harris and a couple guys from the beginning. Jamal Murray tore his ACL.
Yeah, man.
Been a bunch of tumultuous happenings in Denver, but they've managed to lock up the number 3 seed in the tough Western Conference, and Nikola Jokic is the main reason why he's been there all season. So I'm going with the Joker.
Man, you know, I feel like if it's between those 3, then I feel like, I want to give us time, but of course, when I measure them up in my head, the words most valuable, you know what I mean? How out of those 3, how is Steph not the most valuable person to their team? You know what I mean? It's and that's just.
But it depends on what you determine most valuable.
Yeah, it's like what is the
that
MVP? Is it the player that's had the best season? Or is it the player that means that much to their team? And we're watching Steph still have to play in. They may not make the playoffs.
That alone is why Steph can't.
Yeah.
You can't be. And I'm going to use my boy Dame as an example. Last year, Dame did the same thing. He averaged 30 and 8. And Mars said, well, he can't be in the MVP conversation because the Portland Trailblazers are the 8th seed. So I'm using this. Now, I'll say Steph has had a better season than the one Dame had last year, but you can't be an 8th seed playing in to get in the offs and be an MVP. Outstanding season, great shooting, nothing against Steph, but he can't be MVP. It's between Joel and Jokic.
And then Jokic. When you look at, and then when you compare Jokic and Embiid, I mean, Jokic's resume this year is just one of those seasons where it's like, yeah, this is a solid-ass MVP season for him. He's played every game.
Right.
His team has stayed at the top of the charts, the rankings all season, even when they lost players. I just feel weird because I honestly wish I saw more of him this year. Mm-hmm. And I watched Joel Embiid, like he's in my top 3 players I've seen this year. Mm-hmm. And he got it started so quickly.
He did.
Like from the jump.
And it's a nightly thing. Like
yeah,
every
first
night
quarter,
is 30 and 13.
I'm doubled up after the first quarter, almost every game. So you know, I'm really kind of having a tough time though, like on a personal level, because I still think Dame is as equally, you know, stacked up to be in that conversation, and Julius Randle, you know, what he did over with the Knicks. But out of those 3, I mean, yeah, Jokic playing every game.
That's it. That's my edge. It's just
playing
he's
every game, and with the numbers he put
26, 11, and 9.
Yeah.
He's the only player in the league in the top 5 in every category, basically. So
yeah, I mean, from that position, that's some crazy shit. So Jokic definitely deserves it. I can't take, if anybody's trying to take something away from Jokic, you just don't know this man. So the man has had it for a couple of years, and yeah, he's nice. If he wins it this year, it won't get no argument from me.
We going with the Joker.
Joker.
All right, let's run down these last 3 kind of quick. We got the NBA Defensive Player of the Year: Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green, Ben Simmons.
Draymond Green, because Rudy Gobert gets it every year.
Right, and Ben be locking up on the other end. I can't trip. Hey, as much as I rag on Ben, gonna let Ben get that Defensive Player of the Year.
You think so?
Go ahead. I'm not tripping. Let Ben get some shine.
Interesting. Okay.
Let Ben get some shine. Like you said, Rudy and Draymond is gonna go in the Hall of Fame because of his defense. Yeah. Rudy, he's going to do this every year. He can win it every. It's like the LeBron MVP.
He's going to go in the Hall of Fame because of that.
but yeah, so Ben Simmons for my Defensive Player of the
Year.
Yeah. Sixth Man of the Year: Jordan Clarkson, Joe Ingles.
I'm going with
going with the great Pudini. We ain't even got to talk about it.
Now, Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, more deserving, and I think Jordan Clarkson is going to win it. And he should, but I'm going with the great Pudini.
Come on. How can you deny his impact coming into New York? And the record speaks for itself when he got over there. It's Rose.
Next.
Who we got?
Rookie of the Year: LaMelo, Ant Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton.
I like Tyrese Halliburton being in the picture early on he was kind of playing with it and really stuck around to have a good impact after De'Aaron Fox was hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I called it beginning of the year LaMelo Ball. I mean, we saw it early and often.
Yeah.
That Charlotte Hornets team.
They got a
right
chance
direction.
to get right, and they got a chance to get in that play-in tournament. So off of the strength of that, I think Ant Edwards is cold.
Oh yeah,
but I think it took him a little minute.
And I didn't see a lot of him in college, but I love what I saw in Minnesota. I feel like he's just one of those dudes he's just made for the league.
He is, and Edwards is raw.
Yeah,
and if he would have played like this from the jump, he would probably be rookie of the year.
And the Timberwolves would be better, but definitely
LaMelo I'm giving
Ball.
it to LaMelo. Yeah, shout out to LaMelo.
Most improved.
Jeremy Grant.
Okay, over there.
Michael
Pistons.
Porter Jr.
MPJ.
This is who it's going to for me because he ain't going to win MVP. Julius Randle.
Obviously, now he probably has that locked up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Julius
Randle. Julius Randle's taking that one.
And last but not least, NBA Coach of the Year, Quinn Snyder. Our boy Tibbs. But I'm going with the black man.
Yeah, Monty Williams.
Peace to the God, Monty Williams.
And I knew because I didn't even see who were the finalists, but I'm like, yeah, Monty Williams has definitely got to be that
and
guy.
shout out Quinn Snyder and Tibbs. They've done an outstanding job with those teams.
It's hard. I mean, Monty Williams because of the scope of everything, but as far as like impact on the team, the Knicks were like the worst team in the league.
Have been trash for years. Tibbs is the same with the Bulls. It's obvious when Tibbs steps.
A Tom Thibodeau product.
When Tibbs has worn off so much on that team that Tibbs had to tell those guys to chill. Y'all get out the gym, bruh. Chill. When Tibbs is telling you to chill, Tibbs has completely worn off on those guys.
That's hilarious.
And that's great to see. So shout out to Tibbs. I wouldn't mind any of those guys winning.
Can we get some co-action? Like, because I'm like, how can I choose between Monty Williams and Thibodeau this year? Like, Thibodeau has come and just really kind of went crazy, but Monty Williams, Phoenix, I'm trying to like.
Peace to the God.
I feel like Phoenix could end up in the Western Conference Finals, in the finals. You know what I mean? Without it being a shock. But
let's see what the
if I had to choose, I'm going Monty Williams.
Let's see. Kev is Anthony Edwards guy to Cushman.
Also, he went with Ant for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Ain't mad at that. And
I know my boy Circle 7.
Right
I know
now.
he's a Golden State guy. He's a Chef Curry guy. He said Steph carried that team all year and got them to the offseason. Well, they ain't in the offseason yet, bro. They gotta make this. They gotta win in Memphis. They gotta beat Memphis tonight to really be in the offset. But I feel you. Steph has had a great season. It's just no way that you could be that low. If Dame didn't get it last year, y'all can't do that to Steph. I know the narrative. I know the media controls it. We know how the media can spin it, and we know how the darlings. Chef is the darling of the NBA.
Yes.
But he can't be MVP at AFC, and you got two other guys who are top three. Joel led his team to the number 1 seed.
Real quick, Kev says it's Jerome Randall. Excuse me.
Julius Randle, all NBA. Yeah, he ain't first team, but he's definitely. It's 3 NBA. It's 3 all NBA.
Who you going
teams.
with the first 5? Because I saw an interesting conversation. I think it was on Real Sports where they was talking about how they should look at these awards, and it was like maybe we shouldn't do a point guard, shooting guard. It should be the top 5 players in the NBA.
I don't have an issue with that.
I'm going. I mean, I see Jokic, Joel Embiid, Steph, Dame, Randall. I mean, I'm not mad at that 5.
Randall over Luka?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not mad at that either. Giannis, bam. Julius is out of there.
Second team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kawhi.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
This year?
Hey, man.
This year.
I'm just saying. Chris Paul.
Second team, for sure.
Give me Julius second team for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Giannis,
yeah.
I'm definitely going Steph, Dame, Giannis, Joker, Joel.
Okay, yeah.
If y'all want to throw Luke in there over Dame, that's cool. I'm a Dame guy, so I'm running with my guy.
Nah, you can't put Dame over. You can't put Luke over Dame this year.
Okay. So yeah, Julius Randle easily all NBA second team.
So let's jump into you want some baseball
Yeah,
talk
man,
real
let's
quick,
jump
man.
into some baseball talk. I see a couple people out there asking
Real
where's my
quick.
boy Brian Hudson. I think he was asking about Tony La Russa But
yeah, I saw.
Coming off of the 4-game homestand this week at Wrigley Field, the Cubs ended up taking the series over the Nationals 3-1. Great job by the guys playing some inspiring baseball. 22 and 21 now. Going into a series this weekend against the St. Louis Cardinals, who are number one in the NL Central, the good old rivalry. This would be a good time to see the brothers take their talents on the road to St. Louis. The injury bug is in full effect. Jason Hayward is on the 10-day IL. He has left hamstring tightness. Justin Steele left the game yesterday, one of the upcoming bullpen guys. He left the game yesterday with right hamstring tightness.
Jay Hay, he went.
That's why I said he was first. He was first. He's on the 10-day IL. A couple guys. Rizzo was having back issues earlier in the week. He came back. Javi, just a bunch of the injury bug floating around. But next man up, you know how that goes. So
yes,
it'll be good to see these guys take their talents. But the MVP of the week has been the bullpen. You know my favorite hashtag, surviving the bullpen. I want to give a shout out to all of those guys. In the last 5 games, they've held the opponents to 17.2 scoreless innings. They've given up no runs. I think they've only given up like 6 or 7 hits. They've got like 22 strikeouts, 23 strikeouts, and maybe 2 walks. So over the last 17 innings, no runs. Outstanding job by those guys, Justin Steele, Dan Winkler, Craig Kimbrell, Justin Steele, Keegan Thompson, Dan Winkler, the new guy, Tommy Nance, Andrew Chafin. All of those guys, man, it's been a huge boost for the bullpen to come in. The starting pitching hasn't been that great. Kyle Hendricks has had a couple good games his last couple times out. Zach Davies as well. Trevor Williams didn't have his best outing yesterday. Ended up giving after back-to-back home runs in the first, ended up settling in, giving the guys 4.2 innings and letting the bullpen come in. So this weekend, man, it's gonna be a tough test against St. Louis. It would be good to go out there and get 2 or 3, gain some ground on the NL Central, and then they go to – do they go to Pittsburgh next? I think they go to Pittsburgh. They get a day off Monday and then go to Pittsburgh for 3 more before returning home against Cincinnati. So, interesting stuff for the Cubs this weekend, man.
Definitely. I feel like you got to be okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say happy, but you got to be kind of okay or satisfied with how the Cubs are kind of finding their ground. We talked a lot about them being sellers at the trade deadline, but what happens if they continue to win, Gino? I feel like we got to keep our eye on what's going on over there because I'm starting to see teams kind of try to see who's out there.
And we talked to Jed yesterday for a minute before the game, and he definitely said the way the team is playing now has definitely affected his thoughts on being sellers or buyers.
It has to.
And regardless, and let's move on to the White Sox, but Jed, don't let Chris Bryant go.
I saw some Yankees fans bringing up Chris Bryant's name, and honestly, it made me feel like that bet not happen. So, yeah.
When the hell did the Yankees get Corey Kluber, man?
Bro, the no hitter on 100 pitches. Did you see that?
Segue into the Sox and the Yankees tonight.
Yeah, thank God he's out of the AL Central. But it's been a long week for the White Sox, man. The Tony La Russa fiasco, fortunately, I feel like ended last week, which at least part 1 of the saga, man. They were able to go ahead and get that final game versus Minnesota on Wednesday afternoon. Lucas Giolito came and probably had his best outing of the year.
Yeah, that's what Brian Hudson said. Yeah. He said, "What's up with Grandpa Tony and the Sox?"
Yeah, and honestly, Gino, all things considered, it was a 2-1 victory. It was the biggest victory of the year.
Right.
You didn't want to take an L and lose that series to the Twins.
It could have easily gone the opposite direction.
Yes, and then you're looking at Tony La Russa like, you did this. This is why we lost that series.
And you got to ride.
It was a sign that the guys can win in spite of their manager because they are that good. I mean, you got to understand what's going on the South Side.
And that starting pitching. The bullpen has been shaky here and there, but that starting rotation is crazy.
And the offense is just lethal.
Yeah, they don't have it. Losing two of the biggest bats in the league. It's crazy that they still have no issues putting runs on the board.
Period, bro. They've been dominant. I feel like you can go ahead and say that comfortably. And now that I think they get their first real test of the season, man. 3-game series over the weekend versus the New York Yankees. They are in the Bronx. to battle these guys, man. And I feel like this is an opportunity for them to regulate on the rest of the American League. The Yankees are another one of those teams with playoff hopes and championship aspirations. I'm sure these guys are thirsty for an opportunity to put some actions behind all the things they said leading up to the season. We're the best team in the American League. Now it's time to prove it on one of the biggest stages in the American League, and I'm excited for it. I was trying to pull up the starters. I believe it's Carlos Rodon, Dylan Cease, and Lance Lynn going in this.
Are y'all going to face Garrett Cole?
I think they face Garrett Cole on Sunday. So,
okay.
Yeah, man.
That's a good test.
It's going to be a good test. And then on the other side of that, because it's one of those weeks, the White Sox play every single day. They're coming back home for a 4-game series versus the Cardinals.
Help us out, bro. We
tried three-game series.
We tried in Detroit. Yeah. We came through in Detroit. Cleveland, we came up a little short, but we tried. So go ahead, do us a solid, man.
Another opportunity for them to
after we sweep them this weekend, y'all go ahead and sweep them next week and let us get first.
It's
place.
A Chicago beatdown.
Okay.
Back-to-back for them. They got the Cubs over the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday versus the White Sox at the crib. So, and then, one of my second homes, the Baltimore Orioles come to town for 4 games. Another opportunity to get a bunch of wins, bro. You're talking about the White Sox. I feel like this time next week, getting closer and closer to 20 games over. And then you're talking about probably adding Adam Engel back. You got some good updates on him.
Right.
If you can get him back, that'll be probably the biggest addition of the season. But real quick, on the Tony La Russa front, you talk about the hierarchy behind the scenes. If Tony La Russa has a direct line to Jay Reinsdorf, it's cool because in that dugout, the players run the shit. You know what I mean? What did that the jerk? The lame dude, the Houston, Texas owner said the inmates running the prison.
Inmates running the asylum.
That's what's going down on the South Side, G. The guys definitely, I feel like, got tighter trying to shield Yermin Mercedes from the BS that Tony La Russa was shoveling on him. You saw the Instagram live where Tim Anderson, a.k.a. the Sox real manager, told Yermin straight up, hey, keep swinging 3-0.
Do you, fam?
Do you? And, honestly, as a White Sox fan, that's one of those moments where I'm like, hitting my chest, being, you got to be a proud White Sox fan for the way that these guys banded together and probably made you feel like Tony La Russa is not enough to derail this team.
True.
If that's what we found out this week, then it was a good week. So I'm looking forward to this White Sox-Yankees series, Gino. We got playoff basketball, White Sox-Yankees, Cubs, Cardinals.
Yeah, don't get – and the offs – before we get to the word of the day, because we ain't getting out of here without our word of the day, but I want to – Chris, my boy Chris said, man, what's going on with all these no-hitters? And that was something that I thought about the other day. I was thinking – so there have been 4 no-hitters in, like, the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and been 6 so far this year.
Back to back. Let's make it 7 because I'm counting Madison Bumgarner 7 inning no hitter. So 7.
Y'all made the rules, MLB.
Back to back no hitters with Trumbull from Detroit and then Corey Kluber the next night.
And then 2 no hitters. The Mariners got no hit 2 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's just it's obviously there's gonna be an all-time high in strikeouts this season. And hey, man, it's just a lot of I think this is pitching that
period
you've never seen before.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, you see the movement on some of these balls.
That's why they talking about moving the mound back.
And that's the first. I was like, that's crazy. They're going to move the mound back?
Yeah. So I think there are a couple of different issues of why this stuff is happening. But it's baseball, man. When you look at stats, I think the average major league hitter is hitting like 236 now. And if you 10 years ago, that's a no-no. But now, the way things are progressing, the way the league is going with guys throwing 96, 97 plus, this is what's going to happen. So we'll see what Theo and those guys can kind of conjure up, do the data, take their sabermetrics and see what they can come up with. But that's just a little key inside, That's why we're seeing a lot of no-hitters. That's why we're seeing batting averages down, strikeouts at an all-time high, and stuff like that. But
Do we got to push the word of the day?
We got to get the word of the day out. Ron Rilla. Today's word of the day, man.
Let's get it.
Filial.
Filial. Okay.
Filial. Filial.
Filial. Okay.
Not filial. Filial. Pronunciation, man. Filial. It's an adjective. Its origin is Middle English and it's mid-14th century. Of or due from a son or daughter.
Run that to me one more time.
It's an adjective. Its origin is Middle English and it's mid-14th century. Of or due from a son or daughter. Example in a sentence. Anthony couldn't help but feel an almost filial obligation to help Mr. Jenkins out.
Filial.
Anna's filial duties included driving her parents to the doctor's office every week.
Gino, you spoke earlier on in the show that you were going to be passing out some Father's Day cards due to the filial actions of people who steal your lingo.
Hey, man, I can always count on my player partner, T-Time, to come through for me in the clutch like LeBron and
cards
AD.
Out here.
Hey, on that note, up next, we got the brothers, the gods, Cousin 2, Herb Howard, the third of the Kickoff Kickback. I said what I said. 1 to 3 p.m. right here on the network. Yes. Go take your whiz. Go get you a brew. If you at work, tell your boss to chill out, man. Y'all got to come back and rock with the brothers. I said what I said.
It is where it's time, boss. My bad.
Man. So y'all know what it is over here in the Bigs. We appreciate you guys. Show love, spread love, stay away from the haters, circulate the dollar with your people. But of course, just continue to keep it player, man. It's a lot of unplayer individuals running around out here. And we can't take it no longer, man. It's about to be summertime, and y'all gonna be as unplayer as they come.
Shout out to the Geminis. Gemini
season is upon us.
Let's go.
For myself, for my player partner T-Tom, for the great Ron Rilla holding us down behind the boards.
The producer.
Hey, man. In the words of the late, great Chad Butler, known to most as Pimp C.
The Pimp.
Much love to the family members on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. But for you unplayer individuals, get off the boo-boo.
It's us.
WIFTBPM.
The city. As I take a sip of this fifth that makes me shiver, you could probably sail a ship on this river full of liquor. We stay afloat where hope drowns in addictions, a potent mixture. This is the picture that depicts us. We live it up, giving what we were given, gave our all, refused to give in or give up, willing to risk it all. Gee, we lived on a tip drunk, dug deep in the trenches, shit, we knew what the risk was. But of course, again, it's the same story when shots fired in the alley hit shorty valedictorian. Where's the support for him, the less fortunate? Another life lost, another day in court again. 20 years for the defendant for any sort of grin. Ward of the state, he was raised in an orphanage. To where it all began, the source of it. Empty cupboards, floorboards, no money for the store again. That's all he knows.
Just where I come from, all of what I've learned, most of what I've done, I owe it all to the people that I love. I hope you're proud of me wherever I go. I'm from.
It's all political. What you tripping for? The richest ones get riches from the rituals. On the tip with hype, tippy toe. For a fix a blow, getting dough. Running every type of give and go. No Philip drumming in these different strokes. While we come up on these risky roads. Pray for a pot to piss in for the kitchen stove. Criminal capers just to get us on. Bagging up the same order that gets us gone. Thinking maybe one day we may hit that goal. Until then I'm outside until I flip this soul. Grabbing fingers from the sick go on Cicero. I see a visual of them people frisking, bro. Stretched out by a shorty with the grimace on. Sometimes it ain't even the money, it's the principle. Can tell you why we die, but what are we living for?
This is my city. just where I come from. All of what I've learned, most of what I've done, I owe it all to the people that I love. I hope you're proud of me wherever I go. I'm from. I'm from.